crucified, he's tormented, bruised for our iniquities, for our sins. So he said, I am the way, the truth, and life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. So it's not through going through a Catholic church, Baptist church, or any other church, or whatever way you want to come up with. It's only through Christ. It's the only way that you have any hope of eternity. Don't think yourself, make yourself to be a God and say, well, I can do this, I can do that. I can choose whatever way I want to get to heaven. You'll find out that that was not good enough. You just made an image of a God, an idol unto yourself. There's only one true and living God. That's Jesus Christ. He said, I am the way. I was, before you even was thought of, I knew you. That's why we also want to talk to you about abortion. Abortion and murder is going on every day because people want to live their life their own way, have sex anytime they want to, when God said it's between a man and a woman after they're married. That you raise up godly seed unto him to have children that can call you mom and daddy. You don't accept it, that means you're going to pay for your own sin, your own burning up in hell for eternity. Not a party. You may think so, but it's not no party. No, it's pain and torment like we've never had before. Never seen before. But God loved you so much, he's willing to die for you. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. That's got your name on it. Whatever it is, that's your name. You come short of the glory of God. If you come short, that means you have to stand before God and give account for everything you did. More than that, the thoughts that you have thought. Your wickedness in your heart. Are you a murderer today? Yeah, many of you say, no, I'm not murdered. But you said if you've had hatred in your heart, he's going to judge you for murder. Yeah. What about that sexual perversion you see on the internet, on TV? You said if you have lust in your heart, he's going to judge you for adultery. But for me, you don't even have to worry about that because you have already done fornication. You already had sex before marriage. You're going to stand before God and you say, well, he's a loving God. He's going to forgive me for my sins. Well, he won't on that day. It'll be all too late. It'll be all too late because you've already rejected what he's done for you. The only thing that you will experience at that time is God's wrath. He has determined that there is a choice that you can make. You can choose his love today, that he died on the cross for you today. If not, you're going to find his wrath. That's on sin. Your individual sin. Not to go the way of sexual sin and pleasure. You need to stand against the murder of children that's going on every day. God sees it whether you want to turn and look away. God says there's going to be a day of accounting. A day that you will stand before him, for it's appointed the man wants to die, and that's the judgment.
Anyway,
I don't know, man. I believe that everyone
Everyone's trying to make a difference.
Well, the thing is that I'm right about that, you know, as far as, you know, because of the fact that it's in agreement with God's word. Okay? You know, that's his created order. That husband is the head of the family, you know, the head of the wife.
Yeah, no, what I was saying, sorry, we're going to say these guys, it's sad that we're guys don't accept that role of like, I'm supposed to be the leader in faith in this relationship, you know what I mean? And it's the woman who has to take that role rather than, and a lot of, unfortunate, that's not the way it's supposed to be, but that's how it ends up a lot of times, and that's...
Well, then you got the wrong woman, because that's always going to, you know, be a problem.
I mean, I've seen, just growing up, a lot of my friends who are Christ followers who get in relationships with guys who aren't. It's a sad situation. It never ends well. They never end up getting married and happy and everything else, but...
Hey, look at, you know, you got a problem, come on over here. I'm the one that's heading this out.
What's that?
I say, if you got a problem with this, you can talk to me. I'm the one that's heading this out.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can't be processing out here or promoting anything without permission from the state, from the individual that runs it here at the campus. He said you're well aware of that, so you should...
Well aware of what? That's the first time I ever heard that.
Wait, can I ask you a question? Okay, if these guys go and ask permission from the university, I'm not with them.
Sure.
If they ask permission from the university, is there any way that they could be like, you guys cannot do that?
Yeah. Yeah, there's if it's offensive or you know, say you're going to go out here and promote, you know, killing, they're not going to let you do that. You know what I mean?
Do you think it's offensive?
It's not my call. Not my opinion.
I'm just asking.
Not my opinion. I have no opinion on the matter because I work for the state, so I just come out here because they tell us to come out here, basically. So we gotta get going. We can't be out here promoting this without permission. So
you're saying that you can't have free speech for what reason?
No, I say you can't be doing this.
Why?
Without permission from Belinda Marner. You're aware of this.
You don't have free speech on this campus? Is that what you're saying?
I'd say you can't promote things without permission.
I'm not promoting anything.
You are.
What am I promoting?
Aren't you giving your opinion on the matter?
I can't give an opinion on abortion here?
Nope, not unless you have a permission. Because you're here, you have to be on campus for a specific reason, and unless you have a specific reason
I do have a specific reason here, and that's preach, and that's what I'm doing.
Okay, but you didn't get permission to do that, correct?
Just like the people who hand out the little Bibles, man, they have permission to do so.
You don't need
the
permission.
Last time you were here, they were doing that as well.
Sure, that's right. You don't need permission to exercise a right. Okay.
Depends where you are.
Yeah, well, this is a campus that receives taxpayer money.
Therefore, you enforce rules on that campus.
Well, you can
put. Is that you can't do that without permission. So
you can put no. You can put reasonable time, manner, and kind of.
We're not going to argue whether you can or can't. Okay, you can't do it, so we need to get going.
So what's going to happen if I don't? I will be arrested. Okay, well that's good to know. We'll make a YouTube video of us. Okay.
I got one too.
Yeah. All right. Okay, folks, we're gonna clap the dust off our feet, and we're gonna leave this.
What's her name?
Belinda Marner.
Belinda Marner. That's what you need to go to.
We informed you about that last time.
Belinda
Marner.
Correct. Marner. Okay.
He could very well be. It's been less than 6 months.
Oh, I spent over 6 months, but I don't care.
Well, you would know.
Yeah, I sure would know. I got another YouTube video of you guys. Back then. Well, it's interesting, folks. You know, I mean, they're taking away our First Amendment, our Second Amendment, our. So just so you know, you don't really have a First Amendment right. Daniel.
What's your last name, Daniel?
Holman. H-O-L-M-A-N.
Holman. H-O-L-M-A-N.
And then the birthday.
12/20/46.
Yeah, have an Iowa license then, or is it from Illinois?
Nope, I'm from Illinois. Now, your name is Cardinius.
Yep, I'll give you my card here in a second.
All right.
That way you know who exactly you're talking to. If you have any questions, right there. My name and our phone number. That's number 106, but this is my name and our phone number here.
Officer Edward Cardinius.
Correct.
Well, this is communism at its finest, isn't it? Yeah. So now you know what kind of a country we live in. You know, you say, are we being effective? Well, it used to be I came out here and I used to be able to preach, you know, pretty freely, but every year now, you know, more and more restrictions. Register your gun.
No, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
do that.
Okay, well,
I'm not gonna do that.
yeah.
See, that's one thing. If they come knock on my door and ask me for my guns, I'd ask them the same thing either. Well, what happens if I don't? We'll arrest you. And then at that point, I'd be like, all right, take me on.
Well, you know, Gulag Archipelago by Alexander Solzhenitsyn. He looked at you know, most of those people that were arrested by the wasn't the Gestapo, was KGB, and took them to Archipelago, you know, where they became slaves basically. They wish they would have resisted. They wish they would have given some armed resistance.
So you guys gonna get permission to be out here?
No, we don't need permission to exercise the right. You know, if you have to get permission to exercise the free speech right, it doesn't exist. But we are going to challenge it in other ways. Don't you worry. We're not going to let it go.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you want me to help you with that? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Huh? If you want.
Were you in support of what we were doing, or how did you feel about it?
I'm indifferent. Just because, I mean, honestly, just because of what I hear around kids. But I mean, did you tell her a story from this? I ran into him at McDonald's this morning. In your van, and I said, how effective do you think you really are with those signs? And he asked me back, he goes, well, how effective are you?
And what'd you say?
Well, that one caught me off guard. I think I got ran, that some guy pulled up behind me at that point, I had to go, but I was stuck with me for a little bit, because I mean...
You know, people don't like pictures, but I was riding behind them in our car, and I'm thinking, you know, this message goes in. You can't get it out.
Mm-hmm.
I am a person. There's an 8-week baby. It's like, we want people to know.
Like,
because they're doing it behind walls. I mean, we were out there today at the Planned Parenthood, and they are killing babies behind the walls. And it's like, nobody really gets this.
Yeah.
Because detach at some.
You know, I just had my first nephew. My brother and sister-in-law had a baby in October.
Oh.
And I was telling him we're all very conservative right-wing. I know that's not what y'all are out here for, but he said after he had that baby, he's like, yeah, I don't understand how anyone could do that.
Could do an abortion.
He's,
Right.
I don't know. It's the cutest little thing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I was telling, it's just too easy now. It's too easy
It
for a
is
girl to
too
get knocked
easy.
up. Oh, I don't want this one to go.
You know, you mentioned you were ambivalent about this, but you know it's going to affect you a whole lot more than it's going to affect me. I'm going to be checking out of here pretty soon. But you're going to have to stand up for those rights, or you're going to see them slipping away. And I am going to stand up for my rights, you know, for those rights. But I'm not always going to be around.
That is true.
How about your relationship with Jesus Christ? Where are you in that regard?
I was telling him too, I guess I shouldn't say very close because we're all sinners, but pretty up there. I like God. God's my number one priority. I would say that.
And so, was there to give a testimony of your relationship?
Yeah,
with
no
Christ?
long
I was just born in a Christian family, Christian home, all through my life, and throughout my life, I always kind of wanted one of those moments where you hit rock bottom, and then you need Christ, and it just never happened for me. And then I realized actually when I was in college, it's like, you don't need that, because after I've spent 20 years putting my trust in someone who's always been there for me,
And you,
all right, proof enough.
You know, if you acknowledge you're a sinner and you need him. I was a good little Catholic girl. And at 15, I got saved because even as a good little Catholic girl, I still had my thoughts and things like that, you know? So that's the thing. The key is to say, God, I'm a sinner. To acknowledge your sinfulness and your need for Christ and to put your trust in him.
Now, see, I think the biggest thing that's going on here is I don't think you're allowed to wear that Wisconsin sweatshirt on campus, man.
Ah, that's really offensive. That's offensive. I gotta leave now. Can I take the gum?
Yeah.
I'm like really thirsty. That would be really nice.
That's cool.
You gotta do your job right.
No, it's a elite. So I was thinking.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess from like what I hear from you guys, and then there's also the people who stand up here and just preach that everyone deserves hell and everything like that.
We do.
I just don't, from what I hear, it just doesn't seem to click with college students. You know what I mean? And I don't know what way does. And like I said, what you guys are doing is more effective than what I'm doing, so I'm not going to hate on it, but...
Well, we're telling them the truth.
No, absolutely.
And they are on their way to hell. You know, if they're living in rebellion to God, they're going to be... And you know what? We're a better friend to them than all of their little buddies that go around saying, we love you just the way you are. Because God does not love you just the way you are. You know, he hates you just the way you are. That's why he sent his son. If he loved you just the way you are, Jesus died on the cross for nothing.
That's true.
Jesus said, go and make disciples. So it's your job. If you put yourself in Christ to share the gospel with other people.
That's cool. I'm with you there.
Do you? Share the gospel?
I try to.
How you do it?
I'm actually working. You guys are gonna laugh at me. I'm trying to be a rapper. I'm trying to change things that way a little bit.
But in the meantime, you should give out gospel. You should. You could. It was a good thing to give out gospel. Get tracts and give them out, you know, and just. That's how I started. I was really shy. When I got saved, I was so shy. I was like, and then I would just go, can I just give you something? And I would just like, you know? But at least you're getting the gospel out to people.
Did you ask him about that? Did you ask him, like, if you just stand out here and hand out, like, brochures and stuff?
I didn't.
Why should we?
No, apparently that's a
We wanted to
violation.
be off campus, so we gotta get off campus now.
Can I be here?
Oh, you can be here. Yeah, they just can't be here for now.
Yeah, you're a paid customer. They're still brainwashing you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I carry something? Can I carry that?
Yeah.
We're going to check the dust off our feet.
Oh yeah, let's do it. I don't want to take off my shoes. It's too much trouble.
Oh, you know what? I can go back. Okay. I don't have to. Okay. Here we go.
Well, we got to go this way.
Alrighty. like it is?
Well, I didn't, my camera didn't hear you.
That's okay. But you heard
Now, what are you saying now? Are you saying that if I come back again, you're gonna arrest me?
correct, because you have a criminal trespass warning. So if you're caught on campus again, you will be arrested.
Okay.
Okay?
What was the crime, sir?
I know.
He asked for not being on campus when he was allowed to be. Basically, you're promoting something you're not supposed to. So we asked you to leave. And we will give you a
Promoting
warning.
something I'm not supposed to. The gospel of Jesus Christ.
Well,
Yeah.
but you said 6
We
months.
don't have any
That's how
U.S.
long it lasts.
We don't have
That's
any
one of these arbitrary little rules that they have up, you know. Mother may I rules.
So after 6 months, he gets another warning.
Just like the last.
Just like the last, I can preach it every 6 months, you know, until they have a no gospel zone again, you know. So anyway, yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you again. Don't you worry. Okay, this way.